Holy smokes, February flew by me so fast. I made a lot more pieces of art this time around, and we need to like rapid fire through this list. Like right now, if we're gonna cover them all. Noir will definitely be going into the portfolio. I mainly played with the lighting around with these two pieces. The reason why I was trying to do that is because I was trying to emulate that noir aesthetic. But then you have the feathers in this piece that kind of bring attention away from those colors and full on just catch your eye because they are like the only color in the piece. I used a complementary color scheme for this piece, meaning that these two colors are on the opposite sides of the color wheel. And then I went a step further and made the one with the patterns and stuff in the black light, because that one's just New Orleans, also Las Vegas inspired. Little touch that I added was like the fact that the patterns do not show up in the shadows and the other piece. But that's enough yapping for my new desktop background. It's time to move on to the other piece that I made. Tarot is a fictional band that I had to create for another one of my designs. I mainly wanted to emulate that Guns N' Roses feel for the piece, but I was also listening to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne while drawing this one out. You can mainly see that with the fangs and the tongue. I was also looking at a lot of older comic book characters to kind of get that weird early comics vibes from it, so you can see like a lot of the design is really heavy on the line work. But I like did enjoy drawing this one out, and I want to branch out with this style because I think it's pretty cool and like retro. Moving on to the next one. Winnebago Dreams features Somnius wearing that design that I made from the previous piece. Obviously, this piece was inspired by Breaking Bad, however, what I wanted to do was create a piece that uses photo manipulation, because as a designer, I'm going to have to do that. So I added a shadow underneath the van itself, as well as to the side to kind of add that depth. I also wanted to add that weird guy in the background that's going to be explained in the next piece. Also, the photo is original. I actually have that knockoff Breaking Bad RV that I always see on TikTok. Now time to move on to Introducing Impulsio Bolos is the piece where I wanted to see my original character Impulsio Bolos just sitting in the cave like the little gremlin he is. Part of me made the piece because I never really made a piece that solely focused on him and what he kind of like stands for. He's this chaotic demon that just has this eating grin and likes to start trouble. Part of what it makes him unique is the fact that there's like just a lot of pieces going at work, especially with the pieces like his jacket, his face, the horns, the crown, just everything. Comparing him to more of my characters, it just breaks away from that style, and that's what I love about it. But I'm getting too attached, so we gotta move on. Freaks is a piece of art that I made while listening to a song for the very first time. It scratched my brain in the right places, and it's kind of this proof of concept for the lyric video that I made on my channel. I got full permission from the artist to mess around with it. So let's move on to the next piece. Culebra is definitely a piece where I was just like, snake, gun, sounds like a fun combination, let's try it. I'm not super thrilled about how the piece came out though, because it does not really fit that like alien feel that I wanted to go for. And honestly, it's just the tail that like tells you that it's that, and even then that just kind of feels like, here, let me put that there. So all in all, not super big on this piece. Let's go on to the next one. Repeating ripples. There it is again, my favorite style of art. I just like the movement and rhythm of this piece. This is my original character Somnius in the style. Last month I did my online persona, Hydra. And it's not the only one that I've done this month, so let's move on to that one. Chaotic Mosaic is again Impulsio Bolos, but this time I had to focus on space as well, mainly because this design is really complex. And we also see that I used a lot more sharper designs for the crown and the teeth and just everywhere else in general. It's just a really sharp character design. On to the next one. Freak's lyric video. Yes, I'm going to consider this an art piece. I fell in love with this song, and again, I reached out to the person who made it to create a lyric video, and I posted the first draft to TikTok. However, I wanted to finish it. I had some rough ideas that I wanted for it. It features Hydra and Somnius, and I created the assets within 8 hours. mainly because of the details with the shading and overlays. Then another 8 to finish off the typography and keyframes for the project. Overall, though, I had a lot of fun with this one. Moving on to the next one. Also, please watch this one, as well as supporting the artist who made the song. El Catrín is a parody piece of Loteria cards. However, there are these skeletons from Dia de los Muertos that are called Catrins, so I thought, hey, this could be a cool idea to match the two together. I plan on making parodies of La Calavera and La Dama, so that should be fun. Again, another t-shirt idea that I had in mind for Somnias to wear. So moving on to the final piece. Phoning in is an expressionist art piece. I wanted to convey this specific feeling of kind of just drifting along. I knew this piece would be like a big contrast to what I usually make, because I usually draw these goobers messing around, and kind of drawing this made me feel melancholic in a sense. I focus on lighting and movement in this piece, but I was just like, this is a depressing piece, but hey, it turned out really good though. So, yeah. So a lot more art this month. I like how everything turned out, but I'm going to be working on other projects right now. However, I'm trying to meet that goal of uploading at least once a month, so there's that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and follow my other social medias in the description. And as always, drink water to stay hydrated. Bye.